Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 90. This is going to be a very good long progress to have the full walkthrough. We will be continuing on until 10 parts to go to be reaching up onto 100 to have this main part of my video. But it's going to be a very so long to have a best ever out there to have my first journey since the beginning and going up to have a stopping point on part 90. So next up, race number 3 in World Touring Car 800 at Autodrome Lago Maggiore in the full course layout. After finishing Daytona International Speedway on road course for the Ford GT L&N Race Car Spec 2, next up, Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 2010 with a UDRS InsProtect livery to be set and go for another 10 lap challenge. We'll do the usual way on the different course. That's a very good time to have a GT1 race car to go all in, and I'm about to be ready to go for having a long time waited since having a good participation since the road to GT7 since Gran Turismo Sport. But it's been a while for myself after I just been using with the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 is going to be a very good recommend race car in the Group 3 category. The only best high power vehicle and car class in the GT1 category is just yet to be perfectly. But the changes is yet to be well made to do it, because from Suzuka Circuit and go forward to have on the full course in Lake Maggiore in the main course. So I'll have to double check, because detailed settings is all I need to have the hard compound racing tires check, transmission fully customizable in racing, and supercharger in low end torque. Okay, gonna have to calculate performance and remain the same. Time of condition is gonna be either to have a good early morning to go for having a good sunlight, and have a good return on board for the DBR9 GT1 since last time on Suzuka Circuit since GT Sport in the road to GT7. So here comes race number 3 of 15, Autodrome Lago Maggiore Circuit. Here I come, and focusing hard on first place to have a 5-lap practice to get in and do a pit stop will be included. This will be a very tough challenge to go decent acceleration to have a good amount of low torque supercharger when using different Group 3 cars, such as the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 is a very good excellent race car class since 2006 and updated as the 2010 model. But here comes the next turn to be arriving in the East End course session to have a full course complex is now coming around to have the technical S. So you might have to give one Group 3 car at a time before moving up to have that part of the turn is going to have to take that apex to go all in. And here comes the 400 meter straightaway. Better brace yourself. It's about to go downhill to have the hillside to go on the right. Okay, good torque, and pack it up to go lean number 6. Now on to the West End session to have this one to be served as Sector 3 and 4 before coming back onto the Center District to be proceed onto the next lap. All you might need to do is gonna have to follow the line and have the good amount of speed and acceleration when you're on the apex. All the practices that you have learned so far since circuit experience, this is going to be your part of the strategy and your part of the race when you're entered on the WTC 800 to have all kinds of your favorite Group 3 cars on any other manufacturer brands. So going in on lap number 2, gonna have to get closer to Kawakami and Simon Bishop on the Ferrari 458 Italia and Lexus RCF GT3. Okay, going in. Now pack up the good supercharged speed in number 1. and go on lean 6. But this race is all about concentration and deal with the opponents when it comes to have a good advantage when you're around on the corners in Lago, Maggiore in the Grand Prix circuit. Just watch this to see how Ryota Kokubun and Baulio Gallo to have a one step in to get closer, to have a one-way ticket to get back onto the 400-meter acceleration at the straightaway. Have that center of the gravity to keep a good maintained performance. Hillside on the right, and better watch out for the Corvette. Okay, third sector clear. Coming back on sector 4. Got a good eyes on M. Grady and Ryota Kokubun in position 11 and 12. Audi R8 LMS Evolution versus Mazda RX Vision GT3 Concept. This could get a bit much more handpicked to have the DBR9 GT1 will go kick it up onto the high gear. Okay, offense is doing well. Gonna have to keep a good pack up the defense when entered on lap number 3. Coming up onto turn 4 right now, all I can see is Nicolas Rubalar and Koke Lopez with BMW M6 GT3 models with the Sprint and Endurance. It looks like Takamuna Minasono is now going on for the defense as 2 BMW M6s GT3s are now currently to go on the offense. But here comes the late morning to have a good, bright and sunny day to go around. Okay, there they are right now. Gonna have to get closer to him and do an overtake with double of BMW M6s. Okay, going in. Just wait to respond and get closer to Minasono. That's very good. Back on the west end. Okay, still good, and the racing will always keep on going. So here comes next lap on number 4. Gonna have to keep a good watchful eye out on the field when it comes in to have a good strategy to go by power 1 on straightaways and lean 6 on corners. Gonna have to hold it steady. Got a good eyes on Mikhail Hisal on the Subaru WRX Group 3 is on the original blue variation. So let's get in there and wait for the pass as Sector 2 enters. Yeah, that's a good one. I had to take a tight turn to go left. Perfect. Very perfect to have a good thrill of strategy, to have some series of elevation corners and straightaways to have part 2 of them. But even perhaps, if anything else, that you really need to keep a good center of the gravity when you're on the 400-meter straightaway, just try to stay on lean 6 before catching up on the opponent as you may enter, they have a good procedure, they have a right direction when you're on the hillside turn on the right. But the opposite in the reverse direction is doing much more fine similarity as ever before to have the differences between the downhill and hill climb on one track to have a good complex on each session. But here it comes, one pit stop calling in. Portilla and Boris is now at the pits by having 12% and 19% remaining on the hard compound tires. And that makes for Mendoza is now going in as well. So here comes the 5th lap, moving on and proceed. Just only 2 more to go, and that makes for Igor Fraga and Lucas Ordonez in position 1 and 2 by having Nissan and Toyota to go all-out battle. Then let's give the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 will go and step in for having a 3-car battle to see which one of them will be going to proceed at the pit. But I might have to be preferred to go by having a tire change requirement. Okay, Lucas Ordonez is in. Just gonna have to let one car at a time follow the line and have that line direction to step in and go touch the apex to go proceed. Alright folks, I got first place in the lead, and not yet. There's going to be having pit stop requirement to be on a reminder before at the end of lap number 5 or lap number 6 when you're on in Lago Maggiore circuit to go on the full course. That's how pit stop strategy is very important, to have some different specific Group 3 cars to be well capable to be tested. So I'll have to do it because this will be doing one risk stepping stone that any other Group 3 car might need to have a right direction without any further problems. So let's give it a try and have that position to go right over here. Okay, time to do some personal mandatory requirement. Hard racing tires is done. Now, Go by the medium will be set and ready up. So better have to keep a good watchful eye on the opponents, whoever just really need to get up onto the top 5 position. Okay, that should be good enough by 100% refuel. Okay, here comes Simon Bishop by having 5th position to go for having lap number 6. Okay, good as new. Now, 100% is at the go. I should have done this a long time ago, but only for myself to do some practice and audition session to have this real part of the deal. But 5 laps will do for having a good early morning to go by late, and the next 5 laps will do the best serve to go on to the finish line. But this race is not over yet. I still might need to catch up with some 5 opponents left standing to go remain. Okay, 4 more to go. Going back on position number 5. Okay, back on sector 4. 21 seconds remaining, and few other opponents are about to get closer towards the end of lap number 6. Okay, got a good pace overtake on Eco Fraka and Bakal Hasal when they're in the pits. 3 more to go. Okay, turn 1 and 2 clear. Now, this will have to be going right back on to 7 seconds remaining to catch up on to Portilla and Busby Boris once again. Change up the tactics and go power number 1. Okay, looks like fastest lap I still took by 2 minutes, 2.498 seconds, so I really gonna have to go faster for a brand new record. Okay, almost there to Busby Boris. Position 2 in Mercedes AMG GT3 2016. Gonna have to do the line and stay on him. Okay, looks like he's slowing down. Just gonna let him follow through and do the final sector in number 4. Come on. Still got a lot of good horsepower left remaining and get closer to the downhill at the last turn. So here it comes, you guys. As I'm about to go kick it up in the high gear again. Power 1, do your thing. Okay, I'm on position 2. 1 more to go and get back in the lead. Still got a lot of more paces left to go. Next turn and going back on sector 2. By having turn 5 and 6 to have this one when you're on the east end section to this part of the track. Any other kinds of position when you're gonna have to take the lead and go closer to have to follow the line and the apexes for only a many times to do some practices, as you're really gonna have to do the hard part to have the World Touring Car 800 to have this full track in Lago Maggiore circuit. But that's the ticket to go back and just gonna have to keep going to have the last 2 laps remaining. Okay, looks like the total time is 16 minutes. Still doing well, and always meant to have a good lap time challenger to go hard faster after having Group 3 class onto the West End session is barely paid off to have the hard part of it. Okay, final turn. I'm on the deep end and going up by almost 4 seconds as lap number 8 ends. Okay, looks like Portilla and Boris is now at the pits. This will have to take a mandatory requirement to go simple as possible to have a usual on the hard racing tires. But always gonna have to be preferred to have the medium compound. We'll be doing the best modest to go for having a tough intermediate. Okay, coming in and proceed to have turn number 7 through 9. Coming back onto the 400-meter straightaway. Good center of the gravity respawn, check, and braking at the right. Okay, come on in. Good turn. Apex. Help me out. Now, this will have to take one last push before it approaches to the final lap in number 10. This will be doing a crucial part of the faster lap time challenge, as you really need to do this. Either to be on the Group 3 category is going on a forward direction, and this is where lap number 10 comes in to have a good set of record placement to beat this main current time by over 2 minutes. But it's going to be a bit more harder out there. Just beat the lap by exactly under 2 minutes to go for a brand new record in this race. So I'm about to get ready to drop the hammer. The gloves are coming up, and go power 1 is now at the full throttle. Alright, that's good. Now, gonna have to do one more spot on the 400-meter straightaway. Good speed comes with the center of gravity. Okay, 30% left. The tires are about to get depleted soon. I can survive this, folks. Okay, go by the right turn. Now gonna have to take the last 2 corners remaining and standing by the downhill. Last full stretch and bring home the podium. This could get a bit much more tougher out there if you're really gonna have to keep your best effort to go up and make your best time. So, I guess I did my best, folks. Not even received for a new record, but all the hard work and matter of exercise to go challenging with some series of corners and elevation. But first place for the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1 with a UDRS Inspirtech livery is good to be back on track. Total time by almost 20 minutes is going to be up onto 21. So adding up by 56.585 seconds, and fastest lap I took is a bit much more good to be successful by the average. 2 minutes, 1.466 seconds in lap number 10. Now that's a very good GT1 race car to go step in and challenging with some few other Group 3 cars as GT3 class. But still, one clean race saves the best reputation to have 252,000 GT credits after putting up with some attempts on practices session and do the real deal. It's about time and go replay to have this one for the moment. But I'll have to do this for only one thumbnail image to have a good matching on the placement. It'll have to be preferred to have more Group 3 cars to be stepping in. But this one might come in handy to have the Porsche 911 RSR by attempting to get closer to the Aston Martin DBR9 GT1. but it still has a good potential as a GT1 race car to go outmatch against with GT3 race cars throughout each part of the championship season. But maybe this one is a bit much more good on the thumbnail image as I captured this. Glad this is going to be a very good check mark on race number 3 in the World Touring Car 800, but still yet to come, because coming up to have race number 4 is going to Japan, is going to have to take a figure 8 circuit. We'll be at Suzuka circuit. We'll be moving on forward to catch up ahead and progress, and 26% is on the roll. That's how I'm about to go on race number 4, and encore for race number 5 in the later future to have the next full walkthrough will be continuing on. So I'll have to wrap this up before at the end, because December 8th is going on for the midnight, as I'm about to have a bit more patience to have some update on duration from the previous content video. But one other thing, reward challenge is available, so I'll have to save one or few other roulette tickets to have to go buy more. So let's open up the GIP and let's see. Go buy parts and engine. Alright, looks like got a new engine and compatible on the GAC Maverick. Very good. Just a brand new engine for myself. Very awesome. So I'll have to be preferred to go for the next Group 3 car, as I'm choosing for the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Final Edition Group 3 will be ready to take on in Suzuka. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. Glad that you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more to see for my image artwork like UTRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.